What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out. Access can lead to excess. What is access? Access means just the ability to obtain. And if you have the ability to obtain things pretty much in an unlimited fashion, then that leads to you accumulating excessive amounts of that thing if you don't have what's called discipline. Now, we all have heard the term, well, we may have, may not have heard it, but I'll tell it to you now. We've all heard the term that money doesn't change you, it just reveals who you really are, or it brings out more of who you really are. A lot of the things that we don't do, that we like to give ourselves credit for not doing, are simply based around the fact that you just don't have access. You don't have the means or the resources to be able to do it. So if the tables turn and all of a sudden you come into some money, you come into a situation where you have what things are at your reach now, then a lot of times what happens is we start to take advantage of that, and the amounts that we should get, we exceed those amounts. And in certain cases, it's not even about exceeding an amount, it's about not even messing with what it is we messing with in the first place. But now you messing with it because it's right there. Whereas this time last year or last month or whenever, before you hit the lottery or before you got this particular position or before you started hanging around this particular crowd, you had no way possible to get into whatever it is that you're getting into. So the access creates the excess, which is greed that's now pouring into you, and you're overdoing things that you might have done on a lightweight scale, and it gets you in trouble. Puts you in a bad position over time at some point, and then it becomes self-destructive. So discipline has to be the key, no matter what you get. That's why you see a lot of people who've never had anything in their life, they finally get it, and then just like that, it's gone because the discipline is there. And people will say all the time, you know, the things that they would do if they ever came up on some money and if they ever was able to hit a lick or do this or do that. People talk about that all the time. But, and they might do, you might actually do those things. You might actually buy the house. You may actually pay off the bills and help some family members, help the community. You might do all of that. But you also might experiment with this particular drug. You also might go deeper into a drug or deeper into a vice that you may have a better handle on now because you just don't have the ability to go outside of the lines right now. So celebrities get caught up in that type of stuff all the time because some of the things that they have never done, you start to see them doing them now. And the first thing that people will say was, well, wow, this is just, that's really out of character for him, man. That's really out of character for her. It's out of character for them. Because the people that's been knowing them all their life have never known them to do certain things. But the access and the excess also covers another ground. And that is the ground of people. See, now you have access to people who would do everything that you want them to do, that will agree with everything that you say. And that's also a real dangerous thing, because they'll go get you whatever it is you want them to get, because they just want to be in your mix because you got something that they want. So no matter what it is that you come across, no matter what it is that you get, because it happens on different levels. And they say a fool and his money will always part, or will soon part. That's true if you're not disciplined. You become that fool. If you can't step back and say, man, you know what, man, I'm okay. I'm doing all right now. I got this money. I got this fame. I got these resources. I have all these things now, but I got to make sure I keep myself. I can't lose me, because usually gaining those things lead to you losing yourself if you're not careful. You start to flip out on the people that's around you that are in your coma. Start to lose them. And once those types of people start to go away from you, because they was never with you for what you had in the first place, now you out here you out here naked, bro. You out here just with no armor, no protection on, because there's nobody around you that's looking out for you, that got your best interest in heart. And now all of the vultures start circling, and eventually they start swarming. So be real careful, man. And it's not to say that you shouldn't try to go out and accumulate things. You shouldn't go out and try to build wealth. You should absolutely do that. But the wealth that you should be really trying to build first is that mental wealth. And that will protect you and protect your material wealth once you get it. Alright, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Don't let the things that you get in your life bring out the monster in you. Alright, man, I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.